Good morning, this is Robin Bieber on the Crude Spread Talk on the 22nd of June at 8 o'clock in the morning London time. On balance, Brent front end looks okay, running into a bit of a danger zone. The back looks strong, but short term looks like it's going to have a dip. By short term, I mean the London morning. WTI front looks okay, upside to sideways a bit. And the back end, the DEC Junes hit its target, and the DEC looks strong, and again is vulnerable to short-term dips. Now going into the specifics, the chart in front of us is all set Brent. It's into this danger zone between +6 and +14. It may well surge on higher, but it would only acquire a target higher on a move and close over +14, which would then take it up to somewhere around the +40 area. It hit its target on Friday to +14 and shied away, closing below +6. Right now it's in this danger zone. Be careful. And if we look at an hourly chart of this contract, it's beginning to move into a little bit into the overcooked zone, so don't be surprised if it pulls back a little bit, but it's strong in an uptrend, and it's certainly playing against it is very high risk. SpreadTalk has hit its target to +2. The +2 to +14 area is a danger zone. If it can push through +2, it would probably run up to +14, where one should be very careful. It's in an uptrend, it's got momentum, the stochastic is positive, and the short-term chart for this contract, the SpreadTalk, is suggesting that there's continued upside this morning and probably should not dip too much. Now looking at the back end, the DEC June on Brent, strong, isn't even close to its 5-day moving average. Too much too soon on Friday. Don't be surprised by a little bit of a pullback, as evidenced over here on the 60-minute chart on the left. We should pull back a little bit. It may even have a look at its 5-day moving average of -125. That would be quite an extreme move, but it still maintains, whilst over the 5-day at -125, it maintains a target higher to -84. The red DEC on Brent, short term difficult to say what's going to happen, but longer term, i.e. for the next few days, it looks like it's got a target to -96, and this is valid whilst it's over 224, the 5-day moving average. Too much too soon on Friday, so that the pullback is not altogether a surprise. Now moving on to WTI, structure, front end, all set. Doing well. Over the 5-day, which it held on Friday at around about -16, it wouldn't be a huge surprise for it to pull back to -16. It's a little bit in advance of itself. But whilst in this condition, over the 5-day, it has a target up to around about flat and then +19. It's got a positive stochastic. It should, in the short term, just looking at the hourly chart, it's looking a little bit heavy around -8, -7, so don't be surprised by a little bit of a pullback early today. And the WTI needs to move over -9 to get some further upside. It's printing -9 at the moment, and the upside should take it to around +15 if it can move and close over -9 and properly, not by 1 or 2 cents. It's got a positive stochastic. It's fine whilst it's above the -15 5-day moving average. And the hourly chart is suggesting still some downside and a little bit more of a dip into the London morning. And the back end, the DEC June WTI has hit its target at -43. Its hourly chart is looking a little bit heavy, so don't be surprised by a pullback. The 5-day gap is much too wide. It could easily pull back to the -61 level, or even the 5-day at -73. No further upside unless it can close over -43, whereupon the target would be +39. The red DEC TI, healthy, looks like it's heading towards -46. The 60-minute chart is suggesting a little bit toppy, so be a little bit careful with it, but it's suggesting higher numbers, particularly whilst it stays over the area -132 to -136, which is range and the 5-day moving average. It's a little bit in advance of the 5-day moving average, so it is susceptible to dips. Meanwhile, it maintains a target higher to -46. That's all for today, folks. Good luck, good trading, and bon appetit.